But at the end of the day, it is like I said, put the fight on.
Hey, Wack, hey, yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? So Caleb Plant on a doubleheader with Jamal Charlo, who is still, as far as I know, a potential future opponent. We know that fight has history. That fight it sells itself, right? Well, more so than before this fight that just took place. Caleb Plant versus Jose Resendez. He lost, as you all saw. Struggled mightily. Looked like he was, I don't know if he aged overnight. Of course, we got to give credit to Jose Resendez because he had a good game plan. He came out patient, kind of let Caleb Plant tire himself out without all the extra movement. And I didn't really see a lot of steam on Caleb Plant punches. Early on, yeah, he was throwing some shit, right? But the accuracy, the punch placement wasn't there. And he seemed like he gassed super quick. Caleb Plant, we have seen him gas in fights before. The Canelo Alvarez fight is a good example. Canelo put a lot of constant mental and physical pressure on him. And after the 5th round, Caleb Plant was not the same. This fight was very similar, but it seemed like he started to gas even sooner than the 5th. He started to slow down. I remember when he went back to his corner, he asked Breadman, what round is it? And he was like, we going into the 4th. You know what I'm saying? Or we going into the 5th. It was like the 4th round. And he already asking what round it is. It's always a bad sign, especially early in the fight. When a fighter asks what round it is, 9 times out of 10 is because they getting winded, right? So Caleb Plant wasn't really having a lot of steam on his shots, didn't look as sharp as I normally see him, and Resendez was just looking poised, very strategic in his approach. He was very choosy with his shots, and he cut the ring off and made Caleb Plant continue to move and exert energy, right? And when it was time to pounce on Caleb Plant, he made it count. And he started to land meaningful shots around the 3rd and the 4th round. And I ain't gonna lie, I hit my guys up. I'm like, bruh, if Caleb Plant make it out this fight, and when I said make it out this fight, I meant not get stopped. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I'm saying, like, if he make it out with a dub, Jamal Charlo gonna stop him. Just because of how he looking in this fight. And that's not to say Jamal Charlo looked like a world beater, but he looked way better than Caleb Plant. Now, you could say Caleb Plant fought a better opponent, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just looking at how these guys look, the energy. You know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant just didn't look good, honestly. And Resendez was sharp. He was on point. I thought he was going to stop Caleb Plant. That leads me to my next question for Jamal Charlo. Given the performance that Jamal Charlo had, he came out, got a stoppage. You know what I'm saying? Dropped LaManna, 3, 4, 5 times, had him in there looking goofy, flimsy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Putting the beats on him. Do y'all still want to see Jamal Charlo and Caleb Plant immediately next? Do Jamal Charlo need another tune-up? Were you satisfied with his performance enough to say that even after another long layoff, he ready to jump right back in there? And then after Caleb Plant almost getting stopped and losing, split decision was crazy because I don't know how any judge had Caleb Plant winning that fight. You feel what I'm saying? So my question is, do we see Jamal Charlo and Caleb Plant immediately? You feel what I'm saying? That's the question. Me personally, like I said, that fight sells itself. I think, bruh, when you slap a grown man like that, I don't give a fuck how many losses you got. I don't give a fuck how many losses I got. I gotta go get mine. You dig what I'm saying? So if I'm Jamal Charlo, this is just from my perspective. If I'm Jamal Charlo, I don't care what happened in that last fight, bro. And especially now, the way Caleb Plant looking right now, you better get him before he retire. You know what I'm saying? Now, Caleb do strike me as a guy that it's going to be hard to get him out the sport because he liked to fight. Caleb Plant liked to scrap. You know what I'm saying? He just liked to get in there and compete. So I think Caleb Plant going to be around a long time, even after he gets stopped multiple times and he take L's. he gonna keep fighting. So Jamal Charlo got some time to get him. But I think this is the perfect time to get him right now because he only been stopped one time versus Canelo Alvarez. This is a good, he went the distance with David Benavidez. He just survived versus Resendez. This is a good chance for Jamal Charlo to become the second man to stop him. You know what I'm saying? And it's your opportunity to get your lick back. I think if you Jamal Charlo, you go after Caleb Plant right now because he ripe for the picking. I'm telling y'all, bro, it looked like Caleb Plant aged overnight. Now, I don't know if it's because now PBC layoffs. You know what I'm saying? This could be a direct result of the PBC layoffs. These fighters being out the ring for umpteen years. You know what I'm saying? These dudes sitting on the sideline with no fights. You know what I'm saying? Long layoffs. Jamal Charlo ain't the only one. That we know he had other shit going on. A lot of that shit is self-inflicted. But a lot of these PBC fighters, bro, they not fighting on a regular basis. You feel me? So, I don't know if it was because of the layoff. He got heavy outside the ring. Now, Caleb Plant is a guy that he always in shape. You know what I'm saying? But he did look a little heavy leading up to the fight. And he looked like he rehydrated more than what he normally does on fight night. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it could have been a myriad of things, right? But at the same time, I think it's a combination of those things. And even if he not struggling from any of those things that I mentioned, and he gonna come into the next fight sharp, I still like Jamal Charlo chances in that fight. You know what I'm saying? And again, it don't matter, bro. Like, you gotta go get your lick back if you Jamal Charlo. You just gotta make that shit happen, bro. And if you Caleb Plant, this is an opportunity for you to get in there with an undefeated fighter in Jamal Charlo, who's coming off of a stoppage victory. So they can't say when you get in there with him and you beat him, they can't say that, oh, you fought a Jamal Charlo that was over the hill or he was coming off a layoff. You know what I'm saying? He ain't stopped nobody in years. No, you getting a Jamal Charlo who's still undefeated, 34-0. You know what I'm saying? Who coming off his first stoppage victory in a little bit. Who before this had one fight in the last like 4 years. Now he coming off of a recent fight, a stoppage. It's just an attractive fight for both fighters. And another reason for them to make this fight next is that considering where they both at or in their career right now, it just makes sense. Caleb Plant, the way he just looked, he don't need to be trying to go fight no other top guy at 168 or 175, anywhere in and around that division. Jamal Charlo could be a top guy. If we just looking at skill set, talent, he could be that. You feel what I'm saying? But he still got a whole lot to prove at 168. So it just makes sense for both of them to have this fight next. But I'm interested to see what y'all think, man. Do anybody oppose what I'm saying as far as what should happen next based off of what we seen on this past Saturday, man? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime. Boxing, I'll holler at y'all boys, man.